The biggest challenge for me is that I've always believed that a head coach is only going to be as successful as, you know, the amount of work that her assistants are willing to put in. So I really have to, not just because she's my wife, but she's my boss. And we believe in really in the school and the program and what we're going to try to accomplish up here. So I really need to kind of give it my best effort. But you know, I mean, it's taking orders from your wife. I mean, it's pretty easy to do. Every married guy in America can do it.
Good answer. Brendan's brutally honest at times, and he's not afraid to really tell me what he thinks. And I, you know, at times, being his wife, sometimes I get a little, you know, frustrated with that, and maybe I don't agree with it, but I think we're still learning how to kind of communicate some of that stuff, and now I don't take it to heart as much. I'm saying he's telling me this as an assistant, not as a husband. I want to say I'm a little bit more laid back at times, and Brendan is very serious, and I think that helps. It's a good balance, and I think Brendan and I kind of have always balanced each other out as a couple. And then with the family, I think, you know, you just have to feel like the time's right. And I thought, you know, we've been here for almost 2.5 years, and it was the time to start a family. And you know, UNH is a great place to start a family. Hi, Charlotte. Yeah. Okay, this is fun.
Back and forth.
Wow, we see you.
A lot of working moms say this. You just have to prioritize, and when you know you're in your work mode, you have to really focus on your work and just know that you know your child's being cared for, whether it's by your in-laws or your mom or at daycare, and just trying to focus, I think, is the most challenging thing, I think, for me at times. You know, when I'm at practice and at games, and then when I'm home, you know, both Brendan and I both try to really focus on Charlotte when we're home, and you know, try not to just make phone calls with recruits as soon as we get in the door, and to be able to play with her, especially at this age. I think it's such a fun age. She never sits still, obviously. So when she was an infant and she was in her little carrier, it was, I don't want to say easier, but now on road trips and stuff, it's like, okay, we have to bring a bag full of toys, a bag full of treats, her stroller, a ball, a baby seat. I mean, she's all over the place.
Even if she doesn't get into foul trouble, she can't defend, you know, by herself. It's a job that you basically have to work. You're always working, and to kind of just have her to just play with and get away from it for a few minutes and say, okay, I'm not going to think about recruits. I'm not going to think about last night's game. I'm not going to think about anything but her. It's nice to have that release, because we're the kind of, I mean, you know, we're both kind of very hardworking people, and we just really kind of, sometimes too much, we focus on what we're doing at work, and we just get wrapped up in it. But she's a great release.
I think we've really worked really well together. So now not only do we work together, but we have to kind of tag team it. Okay, can you take the baby for an hour? I have to make these recruiting calls, and he's been awesome. And Charlotte just adores him, and she's definitely Daddy's little girl. So it's been fun. It's crazy at times, but I wouldn't trade it for anything.